Well, good morning to you. Good morning. Saturday, the 6th of May, 5 o'clock in the morning. There's the moon. It is the moon. I'm sure it's the moon. Yeah. And it's time for me to start getting ready for an exciting day. It's all right. I'm not going to take the camera with you while I get ready. I think shower scenes are best left to movies about the Bates Motel. But yes, let's prepare myself for the day. I think it's going to be a good day. Well, this is what it looks like at 20 to 7 in the morning. Yeah, I'm just having a little look round to think about what it is that I ought to bring back from wherever it is I'm going. There we are. Lunch, maybe? Yes, it would be good if one way or another I can round up, and I'm going to use the French because the French just seems so much nicer than the English. I want to be in the right place to round up some crotte de cheval. Yeah, I'll let you Google translate that. But that would be really useful. Well, the journey to the event, of course, starts with driving out of Azay-le-Ferron, and I don't think I need to film the first bit because you've been with me past the church and past the chateau, and you've been with me through Polnay to Mézières-en-Brenne. Only really gets exciting after that. Look at all the swallows zipping about. Swallows or martins, always difficult to tell unless they stand still long enough. Yeah, the excitement only really starts after Mézières-en-Brenne. So we'll pop you down and just get on with some very simple driving in some beautiful countryside. And you know, if you want to see the beautiful countryside, well, I've shot this bit of road many times. Okay, well, we've been through Mézières-en-Brenne and we've been through Saint-Michel-en-Brenne. And now we're on a road which will lead us to a wonderful event, thronged with the great and the good. With all of these events, these little towns don't have great big multi-storey car parks, so you end up parked all along the road that approaches the town. Not a problem unless you intend buying something heavy. But the centre of the town is basically closed off, and that is where the market will be. And the traffic all gets a little bit chaotic. You know, people who've never done a three-point turn in their lives suddenly trying to find how to get organised. It's a very pretty house with roses on it, isn't it? So it all gets a bit chaotic, but you know, we're in no hurry. It isn't as if we've got the international press waiting for us to make an appearance or anything, is it? It's a very lovely church, isn't it? A lot of what we're going to see will be, in many ways, a repeat of what we saw the other day in Martizet. You know, straightforward market stalls selling just about everything you could possibly want to buy. Boudin Noir. Those of you thinking about visiting France, Boudin Noir is one of the traditional sort of things that people here eat. I have to confess that I've managed to avoid eating it. It's basically a black pudding. Yeah, there's something about my English sensibilities that I just have never fancied Boudin Noir. My neighbours and friends think I'm mad, but, well, they're probably right. So yeah, a lot of the same sorts of things that we saw the other day in Martizet.
Alors, troisième question, qui est en mesure de me donner la bonne réponse à la question suivante. Quel personnage principal incarne
Not quite sure what this is in the middle of the road.
Dans la série du même nom.
We'll let the camera run as this...
Alors attention, pas toujours les mêmes, s'il vous plaît. Et on vient me donner la réponse ici pour 15 mètres.
Bizarre. It's a sort of goofy card, isn't it?
Qui peut me donner?
Yeah, well, okay. I'm sure there's a story to that. I know some of you will be much more interested in looking at the railway bridge, even though it's got no railway. Never mind. But this chap sort of caught my eye. Arty crafty sort of stuff.
Oui, c'est que nous on est embêtés, il y a certaines raisons qu'on n'a pas utilisé. Pour un campus de l'électricité.
One of the things that you will find at all of these markets is cooked food. You will never go hungry in France. You don't have to eat Boudin Noir. And yes, they will be cooking stuff. Yeah. Maybe later. It's a bit early for eating at the moment. You can take just a moment to look at some of the wonderful produce, but half the reason I stopped here is because I thought you might just enjoy seeing yeah, okay. Not entirely sure. I think he was selling raffle tickets or something. Sometimes you see things that I'm sure there's a story to that. I'm actually scared to ask what the story is.
Ah bah non, lui non.
Of course, you can't have an agriculture-y sort of thing without lawnmowers and such likes. And if you need refreshment, coffee, of course there's a coffee shop here in Douadic. And of course it wouldn't be a tomato fair unless there were plenty of people selling tomatoes and aubergines and lettuce and cauliflowers, cabbage. And flowers. Well, I have, out of politeness, bought a couple of tomato plants. We'll just let the camera run a little bit because in shot, and this is something for tourists and visitors. In many European countries, I don't really understand the structure of policing, but the gendarmes are fundamentally policemen. They do all of the things that we expect policemen to do. They are, as their name suggests, armed. That's where the word gendarme comes from. So I'm always polite when they speak to me. I'm always polite when I speak to a man who's got a gun, who might point it at me if I wasn't polite.
Oui, alors ça tombait à sortir. Voilà.
Now, some of the bigger towns will have municipal police as well, and yeah, parking attendants. I don't want to be a road accident victim that the gendarmerie have to assist. Well, as I say, I did more out of politeness than need, and these just sort of amuse me. Tomate cerise, that's a cherry tomato, blue pits. Yeah, look it up. It should be, shall we say, different. So I suppose I'd better get them in the dirt, hadn't I?